Hello and welcome everyone. In this video, we will solve the second machine from starting point tier 0. The machine's name is Fawn. Before solving the machine, we'll go over some theoretical concepts that we need. Then we'll solve the box. As always, chapters and timestamps are in the description to save you time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see the latest content. Thank you. So to solve this box, we need some prerequisite knowledge. Mainly, we need to know about the File Transfer Protocol, or FTP. FTP is a protocol used for file transfer over a network. It is based on a client-server model. In FTP, users authenticate with a username and password, or connect anonymously based on the configuration. FTP is often secured using SSL TLS. In this case, it is referred to as FTPS, or it may be replaced by the SSH File Transfer Protocol, SFTP. According to Wikipedia, this is the FTP definition. The File Transfer Protocol, FTP, is a standard communication protocol used for the transfer of computer files from a server to a client on a computer network. FTP is built on a client-server model architecture using separate control and data connections between the client and the server. FTP users may authenticate themselves with a plain text sign-in protocol, normally in the form of username and password, but can connect anonymously if the server is configured to allow it. So if the server allows it, users can connect anonymously. And finally, for secure transmission that protects the username and password and encrypts the content, FTP is often secured with SSL, TLS, FTPS, or replaced with SSH File Transfer Protocol, SFTP. And this is the link to the Wikipedia article. It's important to note that FTP can be easily misconfigured. We've mentioned that FTP is based on a client-server model architecture. So what is a client-server model? Here we have a client, we have a server, and we have data transfer between them. During data transfer over a network, hosts can take on the roles of either a client or a server. What's the difference between a client and a server? A client is a host that downloads or uploads files to a server. A server is a host that stores the data being transferred. When we connect to a remote host, when we connect to a server using FTP, we can browse the files and directories on that remote host. So for instance, if we're on this client and we use FTP to connect to the server, we can browse the files on the server using ls. So here in this snapshot, we're using FTP to connect to a remote host, to a server. We're using ls and we're listing the contents and the files on the server. In this case, the file is the flag.txt. As you can see here, the client is using the ls command on the server, and clients can browse the files on the server when using FTP. Now, we'll solve the box. To solve the box, we need to be on the same network as the target. So we can connect to the network either using Pwnbox or using OpenVPN. We'll use Pwnbox in this video, so we'll click here, then click Start Pwnbox. We'll give it some time. Now we'll click Open Desktop. This is our instance. We'll open Terminal. Let me zoom in. We'll go back here and click Spawn Machine and give it some time. The machine was spawned and this is the target machine IP. To solve the box, there are two steps. First, enumeration, then gaining a foothold. The first thing we'll do is we'll copy this IP address, go to our instance, and here, click on this button to open the clipboard. We'll paste the IP address here, and we'll ping the target. What we'll do is type ping -c space 3, then we'll paste the target IP. The reason we're using ping is to check that the host is alive, the target host is alive. The -c3 part of the command sends 3 ping requests. 3 ICMP echo requests. We'll hit enter. As you can see, it says here 3 packets transmitted, and we see 3 pings, so the target machine is alive. Now we'll type clear. Now we'll use Nmap to scan. We'll type sudo nmap-sv, then we'll paste the IP address. -sv enables service and version detection. We'll hit enter. As we can see from the scan results, we have FTP service running on port 21, and it's an open port, and this is the version. The OS is Unix. Now we'll transition to gaining a foothold. To do that, we will use FTP to connect to the target machine, because we've identified that it's running FTP on this port. Before we use FTP, we want to make sure that it's installed and up to date. So we'll type sudo apt install FTP. Then we'll type -y. This -y part answers yes to all the prompts that we receive when we're installing. So this command installs the FTP client program on our Linux system, and this -y answers yes whenever there is a prompt. So it automatically answers yes, and it does not ask for confirmation. We'll hit enter. As we can see here, we have reading package list done, building dependency tree done, reading state information done, FTP is already the newest version, and we have FTP. Now we can type FTP $? This command shows us a help menu. We've identified that FTP is good to go. We've used the help menu. Now we'll connect to the target machine using FTP. So we'll type FTP, then we'll paste the IP address, hit enter. We're prompted for a username. We've mentioned before that some FTP servers are configured to allow for anonymous login. So let's explore that. Let's type anonymous, hit enter. We're prompted for a password. We'll leave it blank and hit enter. And login successful. Now that we're connected to the target, we want to know which commands are available. So we'll list them using the help command. We'll type help and hit enter. These are all the commands that are available that we can use. And as we can see here, ls is one of these commands. So we'll use ls to view the contents of the directory. We'll hit enter. As we can see, we have the file flag.txt. Great. Let's download the file to our machine. Now it's on the server. We want it on our machine. To do that, we'll use the get command. We'll type get, then the name of the file, hit enter, and transfer complete. To end the session, we'll type exit, use the exit command. Now if we type ls, we can see the flag. We'll use cat flag.txt, and this is our flag. In the video, the flag has been redacted to help you follow the steps and learn. Great. Now that the machine is solved, the next step is to answer these questions, these tasks. We have 11 tasks. I've already answered them before, so we'll go through them and show the answer. The first task, what does the 3-letter acronym FTP stand for? It stands for File Transfer Protocol. Task number 2. Which port does the FTP service listen on usually? Port 21. Task 3. FTP sends data in the clear without any encryption. What acronym is used for a later protocol designed to provide similar functionality to FTP but securely as an extension of the SSH protocol? SFTP. Task 4. What is the command we can use to send ICMP echo requests to test our connection to the target? Ping. Task 5. From your scans, what version is FTP running on the target? This is the version, VSFTPD 3.03. From your scans, what OS type is running on the target? Unix. Task 7. What is the command we need to run in order to display the FTP client help menu? FTP -. Next, what is the username that is used over FTP when you want to log in without having an account? Anonymous. Then, what is the response code we get for the FTP message login successful? 230. If we scroll up, here, when we logged in anonymously, this is the response code, login successful 230. Task 10. There are a couple of commands we can use to list the files and directories available on the FTP server. One is dir or dir. What is the other that is a common way to list files on a Linux system? The answer is ls. Then the final task. What is the command used to download the file we found on the FTP server? The answer is get. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share in the comments which machines you'd like us to solve next. If you found this helpful and want to support my content, consider using my affiliate link in the description to sign up. Thank you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.